So this yoga routine is going to be about helping you fall asleep, especially after a hot, active day, like it was for me today. So you're going to need a strap. You don't need to have a yoga strap. You could use a belt, a scarf, a pair of leggings. I'm using this yoga bolster, but you could also just use some cushions or whatever you have at home that might give you something like this, some support like this. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start standing, so just put your props to the side and stand with your feet a little wider than your hips and just circle your hips a few times. And then go the other way, circle. And back to center, and then just twist and let your arms swing. Let your arms be really loose. This is a great way to release tension from your back, your shoulders, your neck. And you can start lifting your heel as you twist to one side, lift the opposite heel. Just brings more movement. And keep going, just a few more. All right, back to the center. We're gonna bring the feet together and then circle your hips. And the other way, circle your hips. All right, and then we're just gonna do a forward bend. So fold forward, let your upper body just hang down, keep your legs straight, and let your upper body be completely loose and limp, like a rag doll, just hanging out. See if you can let your spine grow long, let your head go towards the floor. Take a few breaths, and try to lengthen on every breath. Lengthen your upper body. Come up halfway, hands on your thighs, and come up all the way. Bring your arms up and bend back. And arms down, let them swing. Roll your shoulders. Roll the other way. All right, we're gonna come down to a seated position. You could sit on your cushions or whatever you have. Grab your strap and hold it with your hands a little wider than your shoulders. Take it up overhead and pull out. Pull out with your hands, and at the same time think about rolling your shoulder blades toward each other. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then go side to side with the arms a few times. All right, and then take this down behind your back. If you need to, you can widen your hands. You want to take it all the way down. And then lift it up behind you. Lift your hands, bend back a little, look up, and pull out with the hands. So there's some tension there. Roll your shoulder blades toward your spine. Take deep breaths. Really fill your lungs completely. And then you can just drop the strap. Rest your hands on your legs and circle your shoulders a few times. And then circle the other way. Bring your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the ceiling. Bring your arms alongside your ears and hold. And take a twist to your left and look over your shoulder. And a twist to your right and look over your shoulder. Back to the center and round your back, scoop your belly in. and then arch your back, head back. And keep going between these two, arching and rounding. All right, now lie down on the front of your body, and you don't need any props for this next part. Just lie down on the front of your body and stack your hands, and then rest your forehead on your hands and take deep breaths. You want to feel your belly press against the floor. Then bring your elbows under your shoulders. Press your hands down, lift your head. Bring the shoulder blades toward the spine. Bend your knees and rock your feet side to side. And feet down, and again, lift your heart, relax your waist. So you can either stay here, or if you want to get a little deeper stretch, bring your hands under your shoulders, straighten your arms, and roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart, hold there. Turn to your left. Turn to your right. And again, left and right. And center. And back into child's pose. Take your hips to your heels, forehead down. Take deep breaths. All right, come up to hands and knees, and let's do the cat and the cow. So lift your back, and then arch, and lift, and arch. One more. Lift, and arch. And then we're gonna do a twist. So take your knees out a little wider than your hips. Bring your right arm out and up, reach to the ceiling. Circle your arm. And the other way. Reach up and take it down under your left arm. Lift your left shoulder. Back up to hands and knees. Let's do the other side. So left arm up. Hold the shoulder back and circle your arm. And the other way, circle. And take it down underneath the right, lift your right shoulder. Back up, and round your back, and arch. And then bring your knees directly under your hips, your wrists directly under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, turn your toes under, take your hips up, downward dog. Press your chest towards your knees, bend your knees if you need to here to get your upper body straight. You want to have your wrists, shoulders, and hips lined up. Let's raise the heels and then press them down, up, and down. One more, up and down, and walk the feet forward back to our forward folds, all the way up, and circle the hips, and the other way. All right, we're gonna do one more pose. So we're gonna sit down on the mat. If you're really tight in the backs of your legs, you might want to sit on something a little high. And then you're gonna grab your bolster or your cushion, and you wanna do a forward fold, resting your head. So if you can't fold forward enough to rest your head on your cushion, you can also stack up your hands or grab whatever else you need. You could, if you have a bolster, you could turn it this way if you need to. But you want to have a solid support under your head, and then just relax there. Let all the tension go out of your body. And then as you're holding the pose, you might start to feel like you can fold forward more. So if you do, just go ahead and allow yourself to fold forward. You can change your props. And come up, take your hands behind you, lean back, head back, and take 3 deep breaths. So you can sit up, and we're going to do one last pose. This is a restorative pose, and you put your bolster or your cushions behind you, and then lie down with that supporting your spine. So we round forward a lot in daily life, so this is just giving us some opening, going the other way. You can have your feet out wide or bring them in closer if that feels better. Hands by your sides, turn your palms up, and just allow your shoulders to roll back. Chin straight up toward the ceiling. And now close your eyes and put all your attention on your breath. So we're not trying to do any specific way of breathing here. Just want to put all your attention on your breath. And observe your breath with all your senses. So you can use touch, the temperature of the air, the feeling of it going in and out, the sound of the breath, any smell or taste that you're picking up. Just put all of your attention on your breath for the next few breaths. Right now you can take your props out from underneath you and just lie down flat on your back. So flat on the back, we're going to have the feet separated about mat width apart, the hands about 6 inches away from the body with your palms up. And notice all the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Notice all of those areas, and feel as if you're taking any tension that's left in your body and you're just pouring it into those spots. So you're pouring it into the floor that's beneath you, and just letting it sink down and go away. Focus on your breathing. Take a few more deep breaths. And then just wiggle your toes and fingers. Roll onto your side. Rest there for a moment. And sit up. So that's it. I hope you sleep wonderfully tonight. See you next time. Namaste.